Hello, welcome. You're with BBC News. I'm Kasia Madera, and we're actually coming on just slightly earlier this hour because if you're in the UK, the government is about to test its national alert system. Millions of people will receive a national test emergency alert to their phones at 1500 BST. That's 3 o'clock local time. This is the second time that the alert will be tested. The previous one was back in 2023, and it saw some users get the alert a little bit ahead of time. So it was 30 seconds to go now. With me is my colleague Simon Jones. And Simon, so we're expecting, I'm geared up, lots of phones.
Yeah, I've got mine.
We're expecting this in about 20 seconds. I'm getting the countdown in my ear.
They're saying around 3 o'clock, so it might not be 3 o'clock on the dot, but it should be 3-ish. And the idea is there's going to be a 10-second siren sound, and your phone is going to vibrate. 2 seconds.
Oh, right. We are right on 3 o'clock. I've got no alerts. My phone's not vibrating.
We're running late.
And I'm not on either of my phones. There you go.
So it should be that phones that are connected to the 4G or 5G network should go off any time now.
It's not just me, is it? It's not just.
It's not going off on my phone either. This could turn out to be some classic television here.
I feel like we've broken the fourth wall, haven't we? Right, let's, on a serious note, what is this meant to be for? And I wonder, I'd love to know. I wish we had immediate access with our viewers. If you're getting these alerts, tweet me, let me know. Maybe that's the way to do it.
It's worth pointing out, last time they tested it, 2.5 years ago, some people got the alert early, some people got it late, some people didn't get it at all. We're in the not getting it at all category at the moment. But the idea is...
Interestingly, a minute late. Interestingly enough, I'm only getting it on one phone.
I'm not getting it.
Well.
So that's 1 out of... I'll put that near my microphone to deafen you. And it's vibrating. The phone's vibrating. And I'm getting... So lasted about 10 seconds, and then you get a little
ringtone.
I turned it up full for your benefit, but I've got a little message as well saying severe alert. This is a test of emergency alert, a UK government service that will warn you if there's a life-threatening emergency nearby. You don't need to take any action. In a real emergency, follow the instructions in the alert to keep yourself and others safe. So yeah, did you get it on your third phone?
I didn't get it on my second phone. Let's not be greedy now. And this one is actually connected to the Wi-Fi in this building. So
is it just the Wi-Fi? Because if you're just on Wi-Fi, you won't get the alert.
No.
But if you are connected to 4 or 5G,
it should be. It should be 5G actually. But anyway, let's. But the serious note to this is Pat McFadden was saying, the Work and Pensions Secretary is saying that the test is to make sure the system works well when we need it most. When are those kind of scenarios that we will need it?
It's supposed to be for life-threatening situations. So, for example, that could be a terror attack. It could be severe weather. It could be flooding. And actually, the alert has been used 5 times in reality. Now, 2 of those were for flooding, 2 were for weather alerts, so Storm Eowyn back in January, and 1 was actually for an unexploded World War II bomb that people had to leave their homes in the Plymouth area last year. And the idea is it can be quite localised. So although this alert is UK-wide, and I'm told if you want a statistic, there are some 87 million phones in the UK, so a lot of people will have been hearing that siren noise, but it can be very localised. So, you know, if there's an incident in Plymouth, you don't need to tell people in Scotland about it. So that's how they do it, and it's done via phone masts. So a lot of people, you know, even if you're visiting from abroad, you may well have got that alert if your phone's connected to the 4 or 5G network. And it's similar to systems they have in the USA and Japan.
And it's also, it works for people who are deaf, who are blind as well.
Well, that's the vibration element
yeah.
of it, and then the text message that comes up as well. But obviously, the government realised you can't necessarily reach everyone that way. So if there were a scenario, say flooding, you're likely to get members of the council banging on doors to make sure people are aware of the situation. If it's extreme weather, you might get announcements on the local radio. So it's one method that the government wants to reach people by. And now this test has been done, they will be looking at it to see how it worked, because as I said, when they tried it 2.5 years ago, there were some issues. Certain people didn't get it. So I think they'll certainly be wanting to see, it'll be interesting to see why you didn't get it on one of your phones, but you did on another.
Somebody doesn't love me. Just really almost fourth wall breaking. We are mentioned on our live page that there was general confusion in the BBC newsroom because the alert,
we tried to bring clarity.
The emergency alert was a little bit delayed because we didn't hear it dead on 1500, but arguably it's been done now. When is the next test? Do we know that even?
No, I think obviously this is the first one for 2.5 years, and it has been used in reality. So the government will want to assess this along with mobile phone providers. I think what was interesting is that you got yours before mine, but they were both in similar time frame. Do you want to hear it again? I can recreate it. So there, just bring it to my microphone. There's the sound you get. It's not very relaxing, is it?
No,
I think you would notice it. And certainly, I think the government over the past few weeks has been trying to raise awareness of this test, but there will be a certain number of people who won't have heard about it, and it might be a bit of a shock to suddenly hear this siren noise coming out of your phone. So the message from the government was saying to people, look, this is a test, remain calm. If you're driving, don't start playing with your phone or anything like that. So that's, certainly 2 out of 3 for us.
Well, look, maybe it's the phone, but I know now, I bet it's going to go off when we're doing something. And there you go. This is why we don't bring phones into the studio, but this time round we did do it, and that's exactly the reason.
I'm glad there was no swearing.
Well, we get your musical taste. Simon Jones, as always, thank you very, very much. Simon Jones there. Now, of course, so those kind of alerts, you get them in Ukraine as well whenever there are raids across the country, and Russian strikes on the Ukrainian capital, Kyiv, have killed 4 people, including 1 infant. Ukrainian officials say that more than 44 have been injured after several residential buildings were hit in strikes across the capital.